Don't confuse interest with desire. Hey, Chris Zag with Media Options help companies to acquire the raw version of their brand. Brokering some of the best domain names on the planet, like Kong.com, Amaze.com, Solstice.com, a lot of other just amazing domain names. Check it out over at MediaOptions.com. Listen, don't confuse interest with desire. There's a new frame that I created just to explain this process, and it's the 5 stages of domain awareness. I'm just going to read it here from a blog. You can go to my LinkedIn. You can see this post. The first stage is any domain name will do. Second stage is my domain name is not my brand. The third stage is I will pay for confusion. The fourth stage is I know I need it, but I but don't believe I can do it. It's very real. Actually, I've heard that in essence said very many times talking to startup founders. But the fifth stage is I want it and will pay for it because I understand the ROI and my ability to scale. Now, you got to take these 5 stages and then you meld that into the 3 different buyer types. The 5 different buyer types. You put that into pricing. Okay, it all kind of goes hand in hand. If you have a domain name that goes after, let's say, the hobbyist, and you priced it at the buyable scale, i.e., it's a $5,000 domain name, but you're like, I want $250,000, $350,000, $3 million. Never going to sell it, okay, because it's just so astronomically higher than the value that it brings that your buyer is going to walk and just choose something else. I mean, many domain names, unless it's like the raw version, unless it has like value. Remember, I believe your domain name equals your brand equity. The 3 pillars for domain valuation are raw equity, brand equity, and perceived equity. Okay, there's a very real way to determine what your domain is worth. And if you get this wrong, then it's in a different galaxy. And then you won't even enter into these, okay? And so many of these domain names that are in the 3 to 5, let's say $3,000 to $7,000 range, someone can go from level 1 to level 5 in an instant. Now, I recently got on Instagram because I'm doing another project, 40 Strong, and I think I ended up buying 5 different health related things. I mean, they're just like harassing me and spamming me, and I'm like, I can't help it. It's the first time on Instagram. I bought like a hydrogen water, bought some blue blocker glasses and like blue, like light, red lights. And I was just like, okay, I need these, make a decision, boom, buy it. I know I can do it. It's priced right. That's the instance of going from like a 1 to a 5. Like I didn't know it needed it. Boom, it was there. But some of these like domains, especially the higher level, it's about strategy. Okay, there's strategy, there's worldview, self-view, and roadmap. It's how I look at sales. So worldview is my domain name important? Self-view is can I do it? And then roadmap is what's the easy path to get there? That easy path sometimes is a cash offer. That path could be a lease option. Side note, if you give too many options, you confuse the heck out of people, which I did this last week. And it actually makes it more difficult to pull that back. But interest versus desire. Okay. Desire in a negotiation happens at level 5 of this domain awareness is when someone's leaning in saying, hey, I want it, I'll pay for it. If you reach out to someone and they say, hey, Chris, what's the price? And you're like, hey, it's, $1 million, open to offers. And they say, pass, not interested. Okay, that's a very typical pathway that I get. Going back and saying, hey, they'll take 850. They're not there. All you're doing is you're chasing them, okay? When you chase someone, think about just the polarity of dating someone. You repel them, okay? You can't chase, okay? There's got to be this movement. There's got to be this dance from a polarity standpoint of I want it, I understand it, I need it, I can't have it, but I want it. Okay, that gets you up to making that offer. Anyways, going along here, where are you at? If your company, where are you at in these 5 stages? Like you're like, hey, Chris, cool video, but we don't really need it. Well, listen, I would consider the possibility that you do need it. Download my book, Domain Name Broker Secrets. Go to Domain Sherpa. Go to one of my 1,000 podcasts that I've done. I explain the importance of your domain name and why I think it's the biggest risk and opportunity to scale. Check it out. Like you 100% need it. What the value is going to be a different story. If you tell me, hey, Chris, I need it, but that's like 100 years of the ROI, then it's not a good fit, okay? Because we price the domains that we're brokering. We price them based on equation, raw equity, brand equity, and perceived equity. So there's a thought behind how we price them, okay? That's why some domains are priced lower, some domains are priced higher. But don't confuse desire with interest when you're negotiating. And don't confuse, very few people actually get into a real negotiation. Anyway, share this up if you found value in it.